Diary. Good morning. Now it's Sunday, June 17th, but actually we're just making a quick note about Saturday, June 16th, which we spent in Houston, Texas. So what did we do? Well, the high point of the day was supposed to be the NASA Space Center, but before going there we thought we'd better make a quick stop to REI, the sports store, because we needed to get some provisions for our run, which is just this morning at 8 a.m. It's about 6 a.m. now. So we did pick up some provisions in REI. It was I'm a bit grumbly because they were having this massive sale on in REI, which meant that they had a queue of about 200 people, which we weren't in. And I think any item that had been returned was eligible to be bought in the sale for sort of cheapo prices. So we didn't participate in that because all we wanted was a few gels, and we've got most of what we need. We did buy a running torch, a helmet torch, for next week's race. So yeah, it was supposed to be quick in and out, but it took quite a long time. Anyway, eventually we got to NASA. Now, getting to NASA was a bit tricky because the navigation equipment, i.e. our internet and GPS, wasn't quite up to scratch. But we did get there eventually. It's quite a long way as well. We're talking tens of miles, not just down the road. And well, what was the story? Well, it was about I think $30 each to get in, plus $6 to park. It's not sounding very good, is it? The reason being that it was also raining, and the high point of the day, which is the train ride to the different exhibits, was on hold until the weather improved. So we consequently saw nearly all the other exhibits in the fixed building where you buy the tickets, and there were some very good presentations, and there was one where you had a movie, and after that you could see some of the actual exhibits used on the space missions, which was very interesting. So after that we thought, well, should we wait along for the weather to improve? And we thought not. We did ask one of the guides, and they said, oh well, you can go to Rocket Park anyway, just you, Mr. Member of the Public. So we did that, and in Rocket Park was quite exciting because there was a whole Saturn V rocket on its side in a hangar, apparently on loan from the Smithsonian Museum, and clearly this has obviously been the one that hadn't been used, and it was very impressive. So we finished that, and then we were going to head off towards our race area, which is Huntsville. Now, there were two small complications. Firstly, we went to the drugstore to buy some things like shower gel, and I left my glasses there. So about a grumpy half hour later, we arrived back at the chemist, and I picked up my sunglasses. So thanks for keeping my sunglasses, CBS, and thanks to guys for navigating me back and putting it with my extreme grumpiness, because we did try a few other shops, we couldn't find any sunglasses that were suitable for me. Yeah, so that was one point to note. And the other point to note is we started to use OnStar. Now, the Camaro doesn't have a GPS, but it does have this kind of like people-intensive do-it-yourself navigation system called OnStar. So what happens is that you press a button, which is, in this case, is located on the mirror, and you talk to an actual person, and you say something like, I want to go to the closest Whole Foods market on the Route 45, and they go, thank you, sir, and then they send those instructions down to your car, and we've got these rudimentary like 1 or 2 line radio display which can sort of say turn right, turn left, and that's what it does. So I don't know if it recalculates the route if you go wrong, because we used it twice yesterday, first to get to Whole Foods and then to get to the national park in which we're staying, and it worked fine. But yeah, so it says turn right, turn left in 30 yards, etc. So yeah, it was very, very good. So we've used OnStar, and we arrived at the campsite, and we just got here before it got dark. Managed to put up our super duper tent. Let me show you that. There's our sub 2 kilogram tent. And we managed to use our sleeping bags, which are now trying to dry. Yeah, so we had a reasonable night's sleep, although we were sharing the the park with about a billion crickets or grasshoppers and a few alligators. There's signs here saying watch out for alligators. We haven't seen any, and none came into the tent, so I think we're fine. So anyway, that's all said. It's Sunday morning. We've got the 15k race now, so next report after race.